California, huh? So let's have a nice warm DC welcome to Dan.
Hey,
Hi,
Dan! Hi. Thank you, everyone. I'm really excited to work at corporate here in Washington, D.C., and I'm excited to meet everyone.
Yeah.
Big of a deal. No. I mean, the police, see? They're already here to check in on us, so everything's fine.
Are you kidding me? The police have already been overrun by looters and rapists. The warlords have taken over the streets. Now listen, I need all the guys to search the office for food and water and anything that can be used as a weapon.
What should I, the woman, do?
You're responsible for saving the human race. You need to have as many babies as possible.
As somebody who has worked all these years in accounting, I couldn't be happier this earthquake happened.
What the hell is going on here? Come on, this is ridiculous, guys.
Are you questioning my authority?
Hey! Who made you the leader around here anyway?
I did, because I'm the smartest.
If you're so smart, why did you let the earthquake happen?
I didn't have anything to do with it.
That's what you always say, but you're the one with the power!
Please, stop fighting and impregnate me!
You guys, I heard footsteps on the stairs. I think the zombies are here. Okay, we gotta barricade the doors. Come on, barricade the doors.
I'm not listening to you!
Please, somebody have sex with me! I am a 36-year-old bird!
Stop it, enough, guys! This is pandemonium! Alright, an earthquake happened. Things shook. Lights flickered. I know they don't happen much on the East Coast, but everyone should just calm down and take a deep breath.
He was a threat to all of us.
You murderer!
Will you have sex with me?
This is the second city this week with anchor George Caleodis. Special guest Harry Murphy. Introducing Brewster as the nurse. Sponsored by Audio Tape. If you're a dictator and you want to send an inspiring message, use good old Audio Tape. Tonight's episode, cast ballots before Swine.
What a week it was. Hurricane Irene is slamming up the eastern seaboard this weekend. This comes at a bad time for a population reeling from an earthquake that slightly jostled thousands and caused dozens of dollars in damage. With Irene looming, only 347 fans showed up to a baseball game between the Florida Marlins and Cincinnati Reds. Knowing how amazingly popular the Marlins are, I guess Hurricane Irene has been hitting Florida for the past 14 years. Libyan rebels rummaging through Muammar Gaddafi's compound discovered a photo album filled with pictures of Condoleezza Rice. They also found several pornographic films, including Dirty Diplomat 5 and Suck My Sanctions 7. Warren Buffett made a $5 billion investment in the struggling Bank of America. In return, Buffett will receive a 6% annual dividend and a free toaster. A white powder was found in a letter sent to the CBS studios Tuesday. Charlie Sheen apologized for forgetting to have his mail forwarded. We take you now to this next sketch.
stuntman Steve Perry. Now let's welcome our host, Matthew Perry!
Hey everyone, welcome to Name That Perry! Let's get started. Why don't we bring out our contestants today?
Well, our first contestant is a record-breaking recording artist and has a very appealing bosom. Please welcome Katy Perry! Our second contestant proves that black people will go to see any piece of shit movie you make as long as the cast is full of black actors. Please welcome Tyler Perry! And our next guest just declared that he's running for president of the United States. The only true statement he's made so far. Please welcome Governor Rick Perry!
When I go jogging, I carry a concealed handgun.
All right, contestants. So what we're going to be doing today is you will have to answer me questions regarding the accomplishments of people with the name Perry in their name. Any questions?
There's not going to be any math, is it?
No,
Hate
Governor
math.
Perry, there will be no math. Our categories today are Rock Perry, Hist Perry, Perry Good, Poe Perry. Katy Perry, you won the coin toss in the back. You have the first choice.
Okay, I'll take Rock Perry for 200.
He has been the lead guitarist for Aerosmith for 20 years.
Who is Joe Perry?
This is not Jeopardy, but you are right.
Let me go with Hist Perry for 400.
His first Lonely line came out in the mid-1970s.
That's me.
No! Sorry, Governor, the correct answer is Perry Ellis.
Well, yeah, but actually in 1971, I took my Texas A&M t-shirt and I crossed out the Texas and I put in an H, making it read ham. And then I sold the t-shirt to a friend of mine.
Judges. Katy, you're still in charge.
Okay, let's do Poopery for 200.
Oh, Perry, it is not poop. This Perry invested in a company that rented pornographic movies in video stores. The correct answer is Governor Rick Perry.
I don't think so, because you see, I'm a Christian, and Christians do not profit from pornography.
Sorry, Governor, in 1995 you were an investor in Movie Gallery, a company that profited greatly from the rental of pornographic films.
Yes, well, about that I think we'll have to agree to disagree.
Can an old lady get a chance to... Anything to keep you from writing another movie, Mr. Perry, go ahead.
I will take Good Perry for 600, Alex.
Again, this is not Jeopardy. This Perry had over 300 wins in his 24 years of baseball.
That's me again.
No, it's not. It's Gaylord Perry.
Well, yeah, he was pretty good, but you see, I had more wins in my 24 years.
Tyler, you still have the board.
But I want to take this time to say everybody should go out and see my new movie. Madea says really sarcastic and sometimes racially insensitive things on the screen for an hour and 27 minutes at your local Magic Johnson Theatre. I will take Perry Good for 800, Joey or Ross.
It's Ross. This Perry presidential candidate at one time supported gay marriage, abortion rights, and the DREAM Act for illegal immigrants.
Michelle Bachmann.
There was no Perry in Michelle Bachmann, sir.
Well, I'm afraid you misconstrued my statement.
I don't think we did, neither do the judges.
Well, in that case, we will have
Continue
to
to agree to disagree, yes, sir. That concludes the end of our first round. Katy Perry is in the lead for 200. Hopefully something hits me during the break and kills me. If not, we'll see you again on Name That Perry!
Colonel Gaddafi,
Yes, Commander.
the war is lost.
Send our planes.
We did.
Our tanks.
We did.
Our mortar and small arms fire.
We did. We even took Viagra and used our penises as weapons to systematically rape a portion of the population.
Spears?
Yes.
Swords?
Yes.
Rocks?
Yes.
Paper?
Yes.
Scissors?
Yes.
Did we send a letter to the President of the United States as our brother Hussein?
We did that.
Shit! Did we call them names?
We did, and they invoked the I'm rubber, you're glue clause.
That's a Geneva Conventions. I know what. You sure we used our planes?
Yes.
And our tanks?
Yes.
Positive?
Yes.
All right. We have no other option. Fire this Scud missile!
Yes, Colonel Gaddafi.
Did we hit anything?
No Scud missile has ever hit anything.
Ah, at last, something that works like it's supposed to for a change.
Governor Romney, I have to warn you that adding an additional 8,053 square feet to your already 3,009 square foot home is going to send the wrong message to voters that you're not in touch with the common man.
Jerry, you're standing in a 3,009-foot hovel. It is absolutely not big enough. This is La Jolla, California. This is south of San Diego. This is the great American West. It was built by great men on great deeds. It is simply not big enough, and neither are your ideas.
Sir, please, my ideas are good. They've worked in the past.
The past. All everyone talks about is the past. First, there's you wanting to keep your job. Then there's President Obama, who proposes the same stale ideas that he has for the past 3 years. And then there's the Tea Partiers, who want to live in 1776 and be an America that has only existed in their dreams. Right this way.
Sir, I just think you're missing the point.
Missing the point? I used to miss the point a lot. Get it? And then one day I was looking at myself in the mirror, and I asked myself, Mitt Romney, are you big enough? Then the guy in the mirror looked back at me and said, no. And that's when I made my decision. I had to change. I had to be big. My hair wasn't luxurious enough, so I added extensions. Call this. Boy! Perfect shot. Not back in. Wasn't big enough, so I started lifting weights. My Mormon member was of average size.
Oh, sir, I don't need to really...
No, you're gonna listen. But then I became bigger, more confident, stronger, thicker, if you may say so yourself. And now I am a giant among men, and I will not stand in the company of weaker and smaller people.
Are you firing me because I'm short?
No, I'm firing you because you're not big enough.
That's the same thing.
The fact that you realize that proves that you're not big enough.
You know what? You are going to regret this one day. Once you get over this crazy obsession, you're going to want me back.
You know, I'm big enough now to realize that I should apologize and give people second chances.
Good.
Unfortunately, that last exit was too whimsical and not wholesome enough for Team Romney.
Two men were shot and injured by San Francisco 49ers fans in a stadium parking lot. In the Assault-A-Fan League, this makes the score San Francisco 2, Los Angeles 1. Another San Fran come from behind story. Google paid a $500 million fine for its role in drug ads from Canadian pharmacies. Ironically, the exact same fine from U.S. pharmacies would have cost 5 times as much. PETA announced it will be launching its own website, interspersing porn videos with images of horrific animal abuse. EverySerialKillersDream.com should open in just a few months. Dear Apple, I quit. Regards, Steve Jobs. A Long Island winery sparked outrage after releasing a Merlot to commemorate the 10th anniversary of 9/11. Well, I have tried it, and the real outrage is how many tannins are in that thing. You could hardly call it a Merlot at all. On Tuesday, a 5.8 magnitude earthquake gave New York City its biggest shaking in decades. Here now to talk with us about the earthquake is MARSHA Conley, mother of 4 and a homemaker from Long Island. Thank you for joining us, Martha.
You're welcome, George.
MARSHA, can you describe the earthquake for me?
Sure, no problem. It came out of nowhere. Scared me fucking shitless. At first I thought it was that shitbox that the Puerto Rican family drives going past my house. And then I go, oh, maybe it's like some construction. You know how they're always doing stuff here in Long Island.
But eventually you realized it was an earthquake.
George, are you going to let me finish my sentence? You know, I can tell that you're single. Let me give you a little bit of advice, all right? Women like to talk. They love to talk. It gets them off, makes them wet. Right? You let a woman talk, and then you buy her a nice dinner, maybe at Outback Steakhouse, and you are gonna get laid, my friends. It's a simple mathematical fact. Bada boom, huh?
Ma!
What?
Where's my navy blue pants I just bought?
Maybe if you fucking cleaned your room every once in a while, Mary Gordon Conley, you find some of your shit.
What are you even talking about? I cleaned my room yesterday.
Oh yeah, right, and the Pope takes it up the ass.
This might be a bad time.
Oh, this is a bad time? Why don't you call my house a week from Monday when me and my oldest daughter Stephanie are both on the fucking rag? Now that's a bad time to call.
Probably never gonna do that.
That's what I thought. You got any more questions?
Was there any structural damage to your property?
A pipe broke in the basement, and my husband Bob was supposed to fix it, but he's slower than my fucking mother-in-law when it comes time to pay the check for dinner. So I asked my son's black friend's father to come down and do it. Well, that pissed Bob off, because the guy is black, right? And my husband's a racist.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Well, look, it looks like you have a visitor.
Oh, it's Jennifer. Get over here, you fucking cunt.
What?
I'm being interviewed on TV by George Caleodis.
Who the fuck is that?
He's that guy that played Webster's dad on TV. This is Jennifer, my baby sister. She owns a 99-cent video store.
Yeah, we have a wide selection of new releases and adult titles, George. We're located at 5212 Belmont Street next to the Suds a Lot Laundromat. Next time you're in town, I'm gonna give you a free rental.
Can we just talk about the earthquake, please?
That's what we're fucking talking about, you
Fucking
fucking
spick bastard!
Greek.
Same difference!
Fuck you, George!
Someone wants to play words with friends. As President Obama is campaigning more actively, a lot of diplomatic responsibilities are being delegated to Vice President Joe Biden.
Welcome, Joe Biden, to Mongolia. We are so happy that you have chosen to start your Asian tour here.
Well, wasn't my choice. President's schedule.
The President?
Yeah. Brock's already getting his butt whooped back home in the polls, so he asked me to make the trip so he could stay home and try to save his presidency.
Oh.
No, don't worry though. I watched Medea's family reunion on the plane ride over and ready to kick some ass.
Well, all right. One of the first things I'd really like to talk to you about is our
Okay, listen. Before you continue, I'm going to need you to slow down and use smaller words, okay?
Okay. Well, I wanted to talk about our
Smaller.
trading goods.
Smaller.
The stuff that leaves our country.
No, I hear what you're saying, but I don't know what you're saying, okay? So, why don't we just move on? Hey, problem solved!
But the problem isn't solved.
Hey, when I mention the problem solved, regardless of whether or not the problem's solved. Okay?
I don't think
What's next?
Well, I would like to talk about our sovereignty with China.
Oh, I heard China and I peed my pants. I know. You have to talk to the president about that one. Problem solved.
Stop saying that, please.
Hey, you got any, I don't know, like green tea or maybe some sushi? Huh?
Sushi, Vice President Biden, is a Japanese dish. You are in Mongolia. Those are two totally different countries.
They all look the same. Come on.
I don't think I have ever heard anything quite so offensive come from the mouth of any diplomat I've ever met.
Again, slow down, smaller words.
I think perhaps it would be better if we postpone this meeting until I can actually meet with the president.
Smaller.
Get out.
Smaller.
Please go.
I'd like to, but my rights not coming in with 3, so I guess you're stuck with me.
Very well, fine. Then if you'll just excuse me.
This is your fault, and you're going to have to live with it.
Listen, I'm going to need you to slow down and use smaller words.
I'm playing Barack Obama now. That last humorous sketch is far from the truth. The Vice President is understudying my schedule while I campaign. He did not cause the death of the Prime Minister of Mongolia. Had he done so, I can assure you there would have been a massive cover-up. But I am not just here to campaign. 2012. I am also here to tell you that at the White House, I have been actively rebuilding our economy by hiring top men to produce new technologies.
And by new technologies, I mean video games. Here's General David Petraeus.
Mr. President, I play drone. I remotely pilot Predator aircraft to spy on our enemy, which is our ally, Pakistan. I can take people out with Hellfire missiles or deploy assault teams.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, that's nothing.
Well, Secretary of Defense, Leon Panetta.
I play dress up.
Excuse me?
Yeah, I have my strike team dress up in costumes so they look like the indigenous people. Then I have them speak in a local dialect so they blend in with the local community. And then their primary mission is to cause mayhem.
And what is the goal of dress up?
To take over the world.
Well, that's great.
That's nothing.
Fed Chairman Ben Bernanke has also been working on a new game.
I make as much money as I want just by saying that I have it. I press the green button and it appears.
Well, what are you going to do with all that money?
Well, I use it to control the other players. Then, when they think they've got what they want, I press the red button and change the rules. Everybody panics.
That's great.
That's nothing. Then, the best part is watching them think they're in control. Even though they don't know anything, they say they know what's going on. They even give speeches about how they know what's going on. And then I press the red button to change the rules. Everybody panics again.
Hey, I want to play that!
It's easy. There's the red button.
Hey, is there a way I can borrow your cell phone? I need to tell Dan that we're going to the DC hotel.
No, the earthquake knocked out my cell phone service.
Yeah, it knocked out my cell phone reception too. Hey,
Jill, how's your phone working?
It's working just like it always does.
can I borrow it then? I need to give my mom a call. Wait, this cell phone doesn't have reception either.
I thought you said it was still normal.
It is. I have AT&T.
When discussing his controversial forthcoming memoir, Dick Cheney said, actual quote, "There's going to be heads exploding all over Washington." Took me a minute, but now I realize he meant that figuratively. In an interview, Mr. Cheney said he told President Bush to bomb Syria in 2007. He also admitted that he told him to bomb Germany, Iceland, and that IHOP where they screwed up his pancake order. Former Vice President revealed that he signed a secret resignation letter immediately after taking office in 2001. Dick, you shouldn't have kept it a secret, man. Glenn Beck said on his radio program that Jewish people drive him out of his mind by constantly talking. Radio talk show host Glenn Beck is annoyed by people talking. Beck later said he wished he could come up with a final solution to this problem. Doctors at the University of Pennsylvania have cured leukemia by giving patients a modified version of HIV, which is ironic because they gave the patients cancer to catch the cat, they gave them the cat to catch the bird, they gave them the bird to catch the spider. It wriggled and tickled and jiggled. Utah Governor Jon Huntsman claims to be, quote, a different kind of Republican. Seeing as how Republicans value individualism and nonconformity, this will likely serve him well as a presidential candidate.
And so, my fellow Republicans, that's what sets me apart from the rest of the field. Jon Huntsman is a different kind of Republican. A Republican who believes in science and reason. A Republican who believes in working with Democrats. To solve the historic challenges that face us, to use our intellect to once again make this wow. That was a close one, John. Hope you got some scotch left in this minibar. Bill, what is wrong with these people?
Hello, Mr. Huntsman. I'm Ann Crawford, this is Jack Winslow, and we're from the RNC.
Bill, call hotel security.
Your party needs you, Mr. Huntsman.
Think you better listen to him, John.
The Republican Party is facing a disaster, Mr. Huntsman, with frontrunners like Bachmann and Perry.
What, they're irrational, they're unstable, they're unqualified?
They are unelectable.
That's why we need you to secure that nomination.
Listen, I am not going to pretend to be something that I'm not.
How would you like to live in a world, Mr. Huntsman?
All you have to do is secure that nomination. And our job will be done.
Well, I am not gonna do it.
How would you like to live in a world, Mr. Huntsman, where Rick Perry and Michelle Bachmann are presidents?
Just listen to him.
Or worse, Rick Perry is president and Michelle Bachmann is vice
For
president.
God's sakes, this is important.
Or worse, Sarah Palin is supreme overlord.
Oh, my mother's a pussy, John. Just listen to him.
All right, Bill!
Okay, great. Sit down, Tisdale. Put on a pot of coffee. This is going to be a long night. Repeat after me. I believe in intelligent design.
I don't.
I believe in intelligent
I
design.
believe in intelligent design.
Evolution is one of the theories out there.
Evolution is
Evolution is one of the theories out there.
Evolution is one of the theories out there.
Global warming is a hoax!
Global warming is a hoax.
Climate change scientists purposely doctor their documents in order to receive more money for their funding. Repeat all that.
Purposely doctor their documents in order to receive more money for their funding.
Homosexuals are barbarians.
Homosexual. No, wait, that's not. They're not.
Homosexuals are barbarians!
Homosexuals are barbarians.
We need a president that loves America.
We need a president that loves America.
I love America.
I love America. And so, my fellow Republicans, do I believe that evolution should be taught in public schools? I do, but it's only one of the theories out there along with intelligent design. One theory that should not be taught in public schools is the discredited theory of global warming. We need to keep marriage strong and we need to keep America strong by electing people who love their country and who love Jesus. If there's one thing my Mormon faith has taught me,
Okay, everybody listen up. Because you kids won the Southern Miami County Pee Wee Football League Championship, I have a special treat for you guys. Let's give a warm welcome to University of Miami football player, Ellen Hearn.
Hey, Coach. I haven't got paid yet, so if you could...
Excuse me, what? You're an amateur athlete talking to children. We're not gonna pay you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, here's my PayPal account, you know, and if like $5,000 suddenly shows up there tomorrow morning, I'll know what's going on, huh? Hey, who wants to be a Miami Hurricane? Yeah! Okay, there's 3 things you need to do to become a professional, huh? 1, hard work. 2, dedication. 3, an offshore bank account. Right?
What?
Well, yeah, so that way the NCAA can't track money that comes in. Oh, by the way, here's my routing number in case you don't want to pay Netflix fees or, you know, whatever.
Hey!
Yeah, what's up?
I thought you didn't get paid.
Yeah, we don't get paid per se, but, you know, we get it in other ways. You know, like bribes, kickbacks, sexual favors, that sort of thing.
Wait, what's sexual favors?
Oh, okay, well, if someone doesn't want to pay me cash, you can get a woman to come over. She's going to bend over and just...
And cheer. She's going to cheer. Because cheering is golden, right?
Oh, yeah, cool. Like jewelry. Boosters give us jewelry when we do things they like. Like, check out this watch. You know who gave that to me? Charles motherfucking Grodin. Huh? What? This chain here? Ray Liotta gave it to me for knocking out the other team's quarterback. Boom, decked it.
Well, but our coach says to play nice and always respect the other players on the field.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you should definitely listen to your coach. Who wants to learn how to paralyze somebody?
Hey,
On count of 3, put your
no one is gonna paralyze anybody today. you stay in shape to play football?
Oh, jeez, no, we don't need to do that anymore now we get steroids.
What? Steroids?
It makes you stronger, faster, and stronger.
All right. Now listen, you. I don't know how you do things at the University of Miami, but I wanted you to come here so that you could be a role model to these kids. Tell them something good.
Like what?
Well, like how to balance football and classes.
Okay, okay, cool. Okay, it's really hard to balance football and classes, which is why our defensive coordinator has hired an Asian kid to do our schoolwork for us. Now, who wants an injection? Everybody!
Attention all college football fans. You better get ready, because a Category 5 hurricane is brewing.
Roosevelt University recently conducted a study that revealed attractive people make 15% more than unattractive people. We here at This Week in the Field hit the streets to find out what this means. Could your income really depend on how badly someone wants to have sex with you?
What do you think about attractive people making more money?
I actually think that we actually do make more money. I've had 4 jobs and I'm only 18, so.
So you're a career slut then?
Yeah.
I don't know how to deal with that because I know a lot of very unattractive people that make a lot of money. Personally, I know a lot of people myself.
So you know a lot of ugly people?
Yes.
Attractive people need just as much help as unattractive people, because while unattractive people deal with the constant scrutiny of being hideous, attractive people deal with the constant scrutiny of wanting to get humped all the time.
How much do you make?
How much do you think I make?
Probably 15% more than me.
How much do you think I make?
Oh, probably 45,000.
Thank you for the compliment.
How much would you say that I make?
80,000.
Did you hear that, Mom? Did you hear that?
How much would you say I make?
How about 58,500?
I like you, sir. How much do you think I make, sir?
43,000.
I like him more than you.
Between her and I, who do you think would make more money?
You.
Really me?
Yes.
We're all equal and separate individuals. Just like you're unique in your own way, there's no other one like you. And like
when I look in the mirror, there's another one like me.
One thing's for sure, whether or not your income depends on your looks, Julian and I are seriously underpaid.
Last weekend, Kim Kardashian got married to Chris Humphries. The couple said they loved the wedding and can hardly wait 18 months until they each have another one. Toxicology tests found that no illegal substances were in singer Amy Winehouse's system at the time of her death. The autopsy was performed by Michael Jackson's doctor, Conrad Murray. Tragedy has struck the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills as Russell Armstrong, husband of one of the stars, committed suicide. The nature of his death has led the show's millions of fans to wonder if it could have been prevented, or at the very least, televised. Burger King announced that its mascot, the King, will no longer appear in future commercials. The King plans to return to his old job, haunting the nightmares of children. Our Idiot Brother is coming out in theaters this weekend, but enough of congressional politics. With the debt ceiling issue temporarily behind him, President Obama has made getting Americans back to work his top priority. That's great. Maybe I can finally get that waiter's job that I've been eyeing for months.
Ted, honey, you're home. Were you able to find a job today?
Baby, there's nothing out there.
Oh, Ted, what are we gonna do? Your unemployment's running out and we have no more kids to sell.
I don't know what we can do. President Obama, what are you doing here?
Well, I promised the American people that I would guarantee jobs. That's what I intend to do.
Well, come on in.
So, Ted, I was going through your file, and it said that you used to be a used car salesman.
Well, that's right, I was, Mr. President.
Well, why don't we just get you a job over at the Department of Transportation?
Is there an opening there?
Well, nope. But I'm a Democrat. Just because there are no job openings doesn't mean we can expand government and create new jobs for people like you. You just remember who got you a job on election day.
Sure thing, Mr. President.
Oh, Hector, ever since we snuck into this country, you promised me it was a land of opportunity. What kind of opportunity is this, living in a rat-infested apartment with our 19 children?
Yeah, basta, Maria, I know. I was a Surgeon General back in the old country. I thought that maybe I could at least get a good landscaping job. I was wrong.
If you don't get a job soon, we're going to have to put on expanding our family on hold.
If you're looking for illegal immigrants, there are none here.
Hold on. Hey, I'm on President Obama.
Señor Presidente, ¿qué usted está haciendo aquí?
Let him in, he's an immigrant like us.
Hold on, Hector. So I was looking at your file and I heard that you were a doctor back in your old country.
Oh, sí, señor, I was.
Why don't we just get you a cushy job down at the Department of Human and Health Services?
Oh, yeah. Really? And the children?
Oh, yes. While I'm at it, that reminds me. I'll pass the DREAM Act, and then all 56 of your children can go to college just like every other one.
But we are illegal immigrants.
What?
None of that.
What's that? I don't see any illegal immigrants in here.
Social Security cards! We are forever in your debt, Presidente.
Just be indebted to me on election day.
Thank you, senor.
Honey, you look exhausted.
Oh, Michelle, I've been trying to create jobs for these people all day long. Which remind me tomorrow to send out a memo, because I'm starting a new branch of government called the Freaky People with Tattoos government.
Hello, I'm Michelle Bachman, and that wonderfully written comedy sketch is absolutely 100% true, and beautifully portrayed by all the immigrants and Harry. This is a version of the USA that Obama wants for you. Come November 2012, the person who really needs a job is me, and the job that I really need is President Barack Obama's. So please remember, November 2012, Michelle Bachman for president.
In August 2011, the Republican Party hired an elite group of scientists
You're hired.
to create a candidate for president.
We need a candidate for president. Preferably white, male. Needs to have a false sense of class. Think Ronald Reagan.
We can do it.
But things went awry.
Hi, I'm with the Tea Party, and I'd like to vote for a candidate who reflects me.
Well, we're already working on one. What would you like?
Well, first of all, he's got to be a white man.
Done.
Preferably, he has got to be for jobs, but against spending.
Also done.
I'd like him to be from the South. I'd like him to be pro-guns and pro-God and pro-life, but anti-climate change. Ideally, he will hate the gays.
Can we do all that?
Do it! Or I will not vote for him. I will vote for someone else out of spite, dividing the vote and letting Obama win.
Sometimes compromising doesn't get the best results.
We are done. In order to include what everyone wanted, he turned out horribly retarded.
When I go jogging, I carry a concealed handgun.
Now this is somebody I can vote for.
This is someone I'm gonna have to live with.
This is reality.
Although public dedication has been postponed by Hurricane Irene, this last week saw the installation of the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial in Washington, D.C. With us now is resident Black Affairs correspondent Hakeem Abdul Muhammad. Welcome, Hakeem. How are you?
Thank you, George.
You're very welcome. Fight the power.
It sure is nice to get a black man on the National Mall. It's been pretty white up until now. Lincoln, Washington, Jefferson.
Well, actually, Jefferson's monument is near...
Shut up, George! You mean to tell me that a black man finally gets a space on a white mall and they make his statue white? Zip it! Shut it down. It's white. It's white like the inside of a ho-ho white. It's white like Greek yogurt with no sugar in it. That's a disgrace. Oh, I got an idea. Why don't we have Black History Month, and instead of talking about Rosa Parks, we talk about Barney Fife? Or why don't you give Martin Luther King a cane and a pimp hat and a gold tooth?
Martin Luther King never had a cane.
Shut up! I know he didn't have a cane, but that is what they're trying to say by giving him a white statue. Now, I recommend that they tear that statue down and rebuild it in a nice obsidian or basalt. That'll get my point across. Now, I just dreamed that one day our little black boys and little black girls can fight for civil rights and not equate it to an accurate and well-timed bitch slap.
Hakeem Abdul Muhammad, ladies and gentlemen. NASCAR driver Steve Wallace had his hair pulled by an opposing crew chief after Saturday's race. The incident led to a bodice-tearing shoving match and a sweaty pillow fight, followed by a night of cuddling and experimentation. Alex Rodriguez was forced to sit out of Tuesday's Yankees game with a jammed thumb on his left hand. He received the injury when an opposing player kicked Derek Jeter in the ass. Researchers have found that interbreeding with Neanderthals bolstered the immune system of early Homo sapiens, which explains why the cast of Jersey Shore hasn't died of syphilis yet. An illegal alien saved a 6-year-old girl from being abducted in Albuquerque, New Mexico. He then hopped in her bicycle basket and they flew away. A team of astronomers have discovered a planet made entirely out of diamond. Kobe Bryant plans to give the planet to his wife so he can cheat on her forever. The CDC reports that diagnoses of ADHD are on the rise. And really, like a whole planet is made of diamonds. What was I saying? A pilot was killed at a Kansas City air show last week when his biplane, named the Beast, crashed to the ground in a fiery ball. It seems air show stories like these have become the rule rather than the exception. So we take you now to an air show locker room to see what's going on with these pilots.
So, which one of us is it gonna be?
Guys, it's possible to have an air show where nobody dies.
It's the kids' first air show.
We're pilots, kid.
Damn good pilots.
Yeah, but you know the rules. One of us has got to go.
Listen to him, kid. Do you hear the crowd out there?
Crash! Crash! Crash!
They put their children in their SUVs and drove all night to see someone crash and burn.
Well, that's because there's a pilot named Crash. Crash Ferguson.
Yeah. Crash is punched out, argued in, he stalled out near mid-air in the last 45 of his 48 air shows. He lived after every single one of them.
Well, that sounds like the right stuff.
Yeah. But today, he's finally going to give the crowd what they really want.
Crash! 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 You really think that they want to see stunt flying, kid? You think they want to see an outside loop or a perfectly executed Cuban 8? Nah, they know the odds. They're here to watch somebody die live.
But I'm gonna beat those odds. You listen to me now. I'm gonna beat those odds.
Maybe today, kid. But sure as I'm standing here, there's a smoldering hole in the ground somewhere with your name on it. Crash is up there right now on a wing and a prayer, thinking today's gonna be his day of glory. He's gonna go out in a blaze.
I'm sorry, guys. I tried my best. The side one was just too strong, well, not strong enough.
Nice going, Crash. Well, I guess that leaves the 5 of us.
The 4 of you. I've got no time for your sick games. You're all crazy. I intend to fly and land.
Dive! 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 Well, it sounds like maybe it's my turn to go.
You can't do it, Sherry.
Yes, but my name is actually Dive. And a black cat crossed my path on the way here, and my horoscope said, you will die in an air show today. It was very specific.
You can't do it because you're a girl. Girls can't die at air shows because they figure the girls can't fly with the crap anyway. No one's going to get any joy out of seeing you auger into the ground like a ton of bricks.
Okay, fine. I'll live another day, but I'm going to tell you something. One of these days, female pilots are going to be allowed to die like the rest of you.
Yeah.
Hindenburg.
Kennedy, just leaves the two of us.
I'll do it.
Smile, Jack. No.
No, not you.
No, fellas. It's my last hop today. Retiring. 35 years of air shows, 1,135 of them. And every single one of them I watch good people die. Pilots, mechanics, wing walkers, spectators, blind spectators, hot mamas, those slushy machine vendors.
Oh, Lemon Joe.
Yeah, I've seen it all. And I'll tell you something else. I've watched the air show crowds turn from friendly American airplane-loving people to a bloodthirsty crowd straight out of the Roman Coliseum. Frankly, I blame NASCAR. But I'll go out today, fellas, and I'm going to go out smiling.
We who fly
salute you.
Guys, they called off the air show.
What?
Section of the bleachers filmed there was some injuries. No more flying today.
Well,
injuries, that's it?
I'll be damned. In years past, they'd have eaten the wounded just to save themselves a place in line at the nacho stand for fear they'd miss a significant crash. Now this!
There he is! Get the rookie!
What? Yeah! No! Leave me alone! Leave!
Now that's what I call an air show crowd!
That little earthquake they had on the East Coast.
I know Dan just transferred to D.C. He said they're all pooping in their pants over a 5.8.
Ha! What a bunch of wusses! I don't even feel it unless it's more than a 7.
Oh no, it's an itty-bitty earthquake, I'm scared!
Oh no! I'm a New Yorker! My coffee's shaking!
PTLA, there's a 40% chance of showers this weekend.
Wow. So this is where Gaddafi used to live, huh?
Don't worry, my American friend, Harry. We will hunt him down.
Yeah, well, good luck. He's got a fake ID for every misspelling of his name.
We will bring him to justice.
Yeah, speaking of justice, by the way, our government is interested that your government wants to emulate our government.
Ah, yes, democracy. USA, baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, huh?
That's right. But you know, to start a democracy, wait a minute. Are you sure you want a democracy? You sure all the rebel leaders are with you?
The two that did it, I shot them.
All right, well, that's cool. Now, in order to establish a democracy, what you got to do is establish an executive position, and then an independent judiciary, and then a bicameral legislature.
But who is in charge?
Well, Congress is basically, they're the ones who make the laws.
Okay, that's what I want to hear. How do we make the laws?
Well, a law starts out in committee, you see, and then both houses of Congress vote on it, and then they pass it up to the president. Now, the president has the right to veto it, but the Congress has the power to override that veto. If they make it into a law, the judicial branch still has the ability to declare that law unconstitutional.
Harry, who the fuck is in charge?
I'll tell you what, just take this Schoolhouse Rock DVD, it explains the whole thing.
Yes, we want to have elections. Cast our votes before swine, you know, huh?
Yeah, well, so you're saying you want to have universal suffrage?
No, we suffered enough under Gaddafi. We don't want that anymore.
Well, no. Suffrage means that every adult man and woman can cast a vote.
Harry, are you crazy? My wife can't vote. It's against Sharia law.
Sharia law?
No, Harry, look. It is a practical matter, huh? If a wife votes different than her husband, then the husband's vote is cancelled out.
Are you sure you really want to have a democracy?
Yes, life, liberty, and the suit of happiness. One nation under God.
Oh, yeah, by the way, talking about that, you know, in the the Pledge of Allegiance, it says one nation under God, but actually we have a strict separation of church and state.
Fuck out of here.
What you've just seen is actually a true story. Our own Harry Murphy was actually an envoy to Libya, and actually experienced what you just saw here.
That's right. You know, I went to Libya and my eyes were opened. Now, I may appear to you to be just your average common garden, everyday white Anglo-Saxon Protestant, but actually, I support and embrace Sharia law, the law of the Quran.
Wow, Harry. We'd love to hear more about it.
Well, Marion, I'd like to tell you more about it, and it goes something like this. My Sharia law, I told my wife to wear a veil. My Sharia law, they cut your hand off, you don't go to jail. My Sharia law, they got regulations like you never saw. I bought a burqa for my mom-in-law. Sharia law, you're just so fine. In a caftan, I'm walking down a crowded street. Walking with my wife as she follows me by 15 feet. Talking with the pal, we're talking jihad while we eat halal. I'll build a harem for 1,000,000 gals. Sharia law, you're just so fine. Hey, every Ramadan, if you're hungry, then you're not alone.